Young Australian women today should have a proud vision of a future Australia where women in leadership roles are commonplace. As futurist Eleonora Masini explains, the visions of a desirable future are embedded in the social structures from which they emerge. In Australia, women comprise of only 32.5% of key management positions, 28.1% of directors, 18.3% of CEOs, and 14.6% of board chairs. These are 5 key social structures in Australia that are supporting equality for women, which in turn provides more opportunity for women in leadership positions. Number 1, Boosting Female Founders Initiative. The Australian Government have a Boosting Female Founders Initiative which offers grants for female-funded startups. The initiative seeks to overcome disadvantages faced by female entrepreneurs, financing and gaining support for their startups. The objectives of the program include enabling female founders to expand into domestic and global markets, thereby becoming self-sufficient, and to boost the economy through increasing the diversity of startup founders. Number 2, Advancing Women in STEM Strategy. The 2020 Action Plan for Boosting Gender Equity in Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics, Education and Careers has a number of targeted initiatives. For example, they have a Science in Australia Gender Equity program, which is accelerating the representation of women in STEM. To encourage evaluation and accountability, there are national evaluation guidelines that aids comparing a given project's support for women compared to other Australian projects. There is also a Women in STEM and Entrepreneurship Grants program used to upscale projects accelerating gender equality in STEM. Number 3, Pathway to Pay. Pathway to Pay is an initiative introduced in 2019 where Cricket Australia, Basketball Australia, Football Federation Australia, Tennis Australia, Rugby Australia and Rowing Australia have pledged to a Pathway to Pay Equality Pact by the Male Champions of Change Institute. The goal is to achieve equality in equal prize money, equal exposure and equal opportunity. Number 4, Cabinet Shuffle for Women's Issues. Earlier in 2021, a cabinet reshuffle afforded women's issues a seat at the head of the table. ABC described the main takeaway from the reshuffle is that women should be, and will be, embedded in all areas. Minister for Women Marise Payne detailed in the press conference that women's issues are going to be treated as a whole of government priority. Number 5, Launch of Women in Film and Television Australia. Women in Film and Television Australia launched in 2018. It is a not-for-profit organisation who are working towards achieving gender equality in the Australian screen industry. Women in Film and Television Australia are leading research, advocacy, education and support for women and non-binary screen industry practitioners. There are a range of programs and events they facilitate, such as Women in Film and Television V-Fest earlier in the year, a women's online film festival. These sorts of initiatives have all happened within the last 3 years. Getting women to the top starts at the bottom. These initiatives are affecting change that will have a positive ripple effect for years to come. How do you view the future of women in leadership?